Hello everyone, welcome to another video tutorial. So in this video we're gonna be talking about array and Kotlin. So first of all, what is array? Um, Array is I think one of the most fundamental data structure practically in all programming languages. So basically the idea behind an array is to store multiple items of the same data type, such as, for example, integer or string. So under with a single variable name. So in declaring a variable, so you cannot definitely you cannot assign many values to it. So you can only assign one value in one variable. So if you're going to assign many values in a single variable, so you can do it with an array. Okay. Okay, so let's give it example of how to use an array in Kotlin. Okay, so as you can see, I've already opened the previous workspace right here, and I have also created a new file, so named array in Kotlin. Okay, so how are you going to use array in Kotlin? Very simple. So you're just going to declare it. So var, then for example array list sample. So var, and then you're just going to name it your array. Then uh, use the array function in Kotlin. Okay, and then after that, you have to specify its data type, whether it is integer or string. Okay, so in this case, let's just use the integer data type for in. Then after that, you have to declare, or you have to create its size. So for example, a 5. Okay. After that, we're going to put an initial value of each array. Okay. So what we basically did here is created an array, and the array name is array list sample, and then use the array function of Kotlin, and then we give it the size of 5. So meaning in array sample we have 5 elements because that is the size of our array. So each element we have we have a value of 0. Okay, so let's give it a try to draw this one. For example, I have my epic pin here. Okay. So in order for you to really understand the usage of array, okay. So for example, where's the pen here? For example, this is an array. Let's give it example. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the size we declare is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 right here. So the initial value will be, because we initialize the value of our array, which is the value of 0. So the initial value is 0, 0, 0. So each index will be initialized as value 0. So this will be our index. So this will be the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 indices, but the size of our array is 5. It's because when you count, or when you start counting an array, it always starts with 0. Okay, so we basically based on its index. Okay, but each index we have a value of 0. Okay, so I hope it's clear for you. Okay, so let's exit this one. Okay, so how we basically can print an array? So very simple, using for loop, for, and then for example in array, and then going to print x. Okay, So let's give it a try and run our application, our sample code right here. So basically, we're just printing out the whole value or the whole of each element of the array. So as you can see, printed out five zeros. It's because we initialize our array with the value of zero. Okay. So what we can do more here and just comment out this one is basically we can assign a value of our array. So we can specify a value to it. Okay, so we're going to assign value, example, and then, for example, zero index, and then we're going to result 10. So I'm just going to copy and paste this one so that it'll be faster. Of 4, 5. Okay. Okay, so this will be index 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, guys, don't be confused. So this one is the index, the indices. So this size right here is the size or the elements of your array. Okay, so let's move this 20, 30, and then 40, 50. And then just have to print another technique in printing the arrays is using its indices. For example, I'm going to print this one. The value is then concatenation, sorry, and then array list, and then you specify what index. Okay, for example, so index 1, so the output will be 20. So let's give it a try. Run our app, sorry. My god, it debugs our application. Run our application. Okay. Okay. As you can see in the output, so it printed out 20. It's because we specify the index which is 1. Okay, so the value of the index 1 of the element array symbol is 20. So for example, we're going to specify the for index. Okay, okay, so it printed out 50. Okay, so uh, let's give it a try in another example. So these were the methods we're going to use in order to successfully print an example array. Okay, so let's give it another example using what we call this a string array string in data type. So let's just change this one. So basically it's just the same, and then we're going to not assign any single value of our array string. Okay, so array string sample, and then the same, and then assign hello. Okay, copy 5. Oops, oops, sorry, array, array, and then it will be 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, hello, welcome to, welcome to, welcome to Kotlin, sorry, welcome to, and then Kotlin course, then course. Okay. Then, as I example area, you can specify whether you only want to print this out, the index 2. Okay, so you can specify that. Okay, so in our case, I just print it out in the for loop, print all the elements. Okay, so for example, a sample, then in array is a sample string, and then print, and then sample. Okay, very easy. So run our application. Okay, so as you can see, it printed out hello, welcome to Kotlin course. So we can give it a try and give a new space or new line here in printing. Okay, so as you can see, hello, welcome to Kotlin course. Okay, so this time our uh, let's have another example. For example, the user will input a value or a string value or integer value to this portion right here, and then that value will be saved to the array you've created. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Very simple again. So I just use for loop, use it for, and then sample in sample in 0, 0 to 4, because we have the size of 5 of our array in here, and then we can basically prompt the user to input a specific value. Please input any value. Okay. And then we will catch that value in order to store in our variable in our array. So array the string, and then sample read line. Okay, I hope you can follow, and then we can basically print this out. Okay, so print uh, we're printing out. Oh, sorry, it's not. I think it's not gonna print this one. So let's make another for loop. Sample in 0, 4, and then we can basically print uh, sample the value. Sorry. What we can do here is sample, and then we will concatenate the array list string, and then sample. Okay, so that each element will be printed out. And okay, so I hope we're doing the correct concept here. So let's give it a try, and let's debug if there's any error right here. Okay, please input any value. For example, sample hello, hi, hey. Oh, sorry. So we're going to use. Okay, so as you can see, it successfully catch these values right here in our array and printed output the output. Okay, so let's give it another try. For example, u s t s. Okay, so um, then okay, so let's run another. As you can see, it already printed out the indices with the values. So u s t a. Okay. Okay. So as you can see, are the index 0 has u, value, and then 1 S. The index 2 has T value, 3 P, and then 4 A. So I hope you basically get what I want to share with you. So by the way, this is the basic one. There's more complex right here in many example in the internet. You can watch. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and thank you for watching this video.